What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Fallout 4. You are with me, Pretentious Jack, and in this episode we're going to be doing not a whole lot in terms of story mode. We're going to be kind of scouting out a few locations near Arcjet. We're going to be heading over to Grey Garden to see the robot kind of settlement for the first time, and yeah, other than that we're not going to be doing a whole lot because it's the holidays. I don't have that much time to edit and fuss around. So we're not going to be doing, like I said, a whole lot. But we can still do some useful things. I need gear and equipment and items and scrap for my settlement building series, which, yes, I haven't released any videos yet because I am OCD when it comes to settlements. But first things first, we need to head back to Starlight, and we're going to upgrade our gear, add a few new bits and pieces, such as our metal gear and our newly acquired laser pistol that we got, laser thing that we got off, what's his face? Paladin Dance, that's the one, that's who we're looking for. But yes, that's what we're going to be doing, so let's head back to Starlight real quick, and hopefully we don't run into too much ghouls. As I say that, holy crap, that didn't go well. Oh my god. So hopefully, while avoiding danger, we might actually make it back to Starlight Drive-In alive, but who knows. We have a feral ghoul over there in the mist. This is a disgustingly awful day, but what can you do? Let's avoid them at all costs. Alrighty, so we have made it back to Starlight, thankfully, and, well, we need to do some major changes to our loadout and, indeed, our weapons and armor, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so we are in the weapons workbench, and the first thing we need to do is, obviously, get our Righteous Authority basically up to standard of what we've got, so we're going to upgrade it to a boosted capacitor, which is the best that we can do at the moment. It does take some crystal, which is a bit annoying. That's kind of hard to come by, but yeah, we definitely need to do that. So it now does 47 damage, and apparently Codsworth love that, so fine, awesome. That's all we can do. That's all we can do for that for now. But we also have our suppressed armor-piercing 10mm auto pistol, which we got last episode, which we are going to upgrade to a powerful receiver, and we will apparently leave everything else because it's got the suppressor, which is what we really want. It's got a large magazine, it's got a standard grip, long ported barrel, so yeah, pretty much better than what we've already got. So that means we can scrap our current pistol down for parts, which is perfect, and we can exit the station. Now we need to head over to the armor workbench, and we have our metal left arm, left leg, right arm, and right leg, plus our pocketed shadowed metal chest piece, which we can't do anything to at this point other than just leave it how it is. However, our metal left arm, we're going to basically just add painted metal to all of them and pocketed to all of them, just to basically give us better armor and carry capacity on all of our basically limbs, essentially. So that's what we're going to do, just put painted metal on all of them, and that's all we can do until we get armor 2, which I will hopefully be trying to do in the near future. And with that, we can scrap the remainder of our current leather gear. We put our legendary leather gear in the workshop. Can't do much to that because we can't break it down, and we'll eventually sell it, I would imagine. We'll probably get rid of our Vault 11 jumpsuit as well. Don't need that, as we have our newly acquired military fatigues. Right, so let's equip everything. Okay, so with everything equipped, we are now completely teched out in metal gear, which is heavier than what I would like, obviously, but does give us more protection from ballistic damage, which is all we're basically going to be coming up against in the near future, but we will need to sort out our energy resistances as well going forward. Also, we have our new suppressed powerful 10mm pistol, which is going to it's going to keep us hidden far longer than we are doing at the moment, which is pretty much never. But yeah, we're about done. Not much else that we can do until we get Armor 2 and Gun Nut 2, which are pretty much on priority at the moment, and hopefully we will level up hopefully at least once in this episode, and we probably will pick up one of those unless something else pops up that I haven't kind of considered. Okay, so we're going to be heading down to Grey Garden first, and then we'll move out from there, where there's like 3 locations that I definitely want to do today, and if we get more time, or I feel like we have enough time, we might get one more location after that, but first things first, we need to head over to Grey Garden. Hopefully we can get there without too much problems. So as we pass Corvega and head towards the major overpass, we come across a greenhouse, and in this mist, it's a bit hard to see, but we are at Grey Garden. So let's see what's going on around here.
Welcome to Grey Garden, darling. This is the Commonwealth's first and only hydroponics facility, run entirely by robots.
There's not even one person here?
That's right, darling. We are entirely self-sufficient, with no need for human guidance. You see, there are 2 kinds of robots here. The worker drones carry out labor and maintenance. We supervisors, that is myself, green and brown, possess sophisticated cognition processors. We are capable of complex analysis and decision-making, a testament to the genius of our creator, Dr. Edward Gray.
What became of Dr. Gray?
Like so many others, he died in the war. It was a terrible loss. Robotics and artificial intelligence were our creator's great passions, rivaled only by his love of television. Perhaps you've noticed that I possess a rather singular personality, as do the other supervisors.
Why did Dr. Gray give you these unusual personalities?
Genius is restless, darling. It abhors stagnation. Dr. Gray was tired of the standard Mr. Handy personality. He looked to his favorite television characters for inspiration, and we are the result. A few other things you should know. Talk to Green if you need supplies. If it's caps you require, Brown might have a few odd jobs. There's one other thing. A question, really. Tell me, darling, what do you think of the water around here?
It's awful.
Isn't it, though? Pressure's down, radiation is up. Why, it's practically toxic. Just think what it must be doing to my skin. This will never do. I don't mean to impose, darling, but perhaps you could lend us a hand.
All right.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. Most of our water comes from the old Western plant, south of here. Such an eyesore. Be a dear and pay a visit, See what you can do. Maybe tidy up the place. It must be filthy. If you can get it working again, I'm sure I can come up with something for you.
Alright, so we have been given a quest by old Supervisor White, but the main reason I wanted to come here is for the corn planters, as you can grab the corn out of them, and then you head back to one of your own settlements before this becomes your settlement, and you can plant the corn, get the corn, and use it in vegetable starch, which is used as an adhesive, I believe, if I remember rightly, and which is a very, very good source of lots of adhesive, which is, the game tells you quite frequently, is hard to come by, which it is. So that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to come here first, but since this is a robot place, I don't believe there's a bed around here, and I don't believe I can access... No, I can't access the settlement yet, so I can't save, unfortunately, but there might be a save point in the house over there, but I believe it's behind an advanced lock which I can't open, which is a pain. So we're just going to, you know, put it on the map and come back later. But for now, we need to head on out. Alright, so our first port of call is directly north, where we're going to be heading to a disposal ground for cars and other such junk, which obviously is abandoned now, but, there it is, I can see it already, but is now a beautiful home for mole rats, which are the greatest things in the earth. So let's go deal with these real quick. Apparently this place was a kind of a bit of a settlement for the children of Atom, which means that probably there's going to be a source of radiation around, which is always delightful and now in danger.
But gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down.
So unfortunately we cannot unlock the safe and the terminal in there. We need an advanced, I think it's an advanced science check or an expert lockpick check, which we don't have, which is unfortunate because I took a bunch of rats, so fabulous. Right, so this place is cleared out. I thought I was going to get a bit more than I thought I was going to get. We've got a few bits and pieces, ammunition, some duct tape. Yeah, not too bad, but let's move on. Okay, so our next port of location, heading from the disposal wasteland, which you can also see Corvega in the distance. How pretty. We're going to be heading over to these little places, and if my my previous knowledge is correct, then we are expecting, well, mutated bears, or, you know, Yaguai. So let's see how we go, shall we? there is only one Yaoguai in this entire area, so that's how you deal with that. A bottle cap mine. Now, the steamer trunk is over here. If we just avoid rads as best as we can. Reflex capacitor. What is that? Did we just collect something for the Brotherhood of Steel without realizing it? Excellent. We'll take cryo mine as well. Okay, so after a quick sleep in one of the cabins, good to get a quick save in us. There's not much else here, so it was good to actually get that piece for the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm pretty sure that's what it's for anyways. But yeah, not much else here. It's just good to have it on the map. And, well, we got to level up as well. But, yeah, not much here. And speaking of level ups, let's deal with it, shall we? So essentially at this point, it's a toss-up between Gun Nut 2 and Armorer 1. And I think at this stage, Gun Nut 2 is probably the most prudent choice, as we need the suppressors and doing damage. High levels of damage in survival mode is more important than well, being able to take lots of damage, because you're not going to be taking lots of damage, you're just going to be dying a lot. So yeah, we're going to take Gun Nut 2, and that will do us for now. Now we have one more location that I can think of that I want to get to before we figure out if we want to end. Well, we're going to avoid that behemoth at all costs and scoot our way around as silently and as quickly as possible. So I decided to save at Sunshine Tidings Co. because it's nearby, and, well, super mutants decided to attack, because of course they did. This is not good. Well, that could have gone a lot worse, but we are alive, fortunately. And I've also noticed that nearby our little Sunshine Tidings Co-op is a gunner's outpost, just on there. And we're going to go deal with it before we head to our last location of the day. Well, job done. Gunner's gone. Settlement safe from both gunners and super mutants. Perfect. So now we can head to the Lonely Chapel, which is just over there. And there is a little secret in this Lonely Chapel that we are going to exploit. So while there's not a whole lot in the chapel itself, there is, however, a Federal ration stockpile entry, which is where we want to go, which is, well, unfortunately for us, crawling with raiders, so it should hopefully be fun.
It's hard to keep smiling when I try to set things straight. You don't even listen. I'm just getting late, like you're on a mission.
So we've come across a US Covert Operations Manual, which makes us permanently more difficult to detect while sneaking. Perfect. What we came for.
Got it.
And we also have Red Tourette's Terminal, which we'll have a quick read, shall we? Sis caught a pair of Tower Tom's goons sniffing around the front entrance. Lil and I interrogated them, and it sounds like the liquid diet they've got going over at the brewery ain't working so well for him. Apparently Tower Tom's got some sort of plan to fight his way in here and steal our food. I'd like to see those drunk idiots try. Lil's gone. Tower Tom and his boys made a run on the stockpile today, and in the chaos, Lil went missing. I sent out a crew, see if anyone could find out where she went, but I'm fearing the worst. If Tom somehow got his hands on her, I'll rip out that bastard's heart and nail it to my wall. Son of a bitch, Tower's got Lil. He's making her write me letters, begging for supplies, says he's going to cut her up if I don't. I tried to get a crew together to go rescue her, but they talked me down, said Tom would just kill her if we made a move. But we've got to do something. I'll give that big fuck his food for now, but not before our mutts get a chance to mark it. Got another letter from Lil, but something's off. She calls me Red. I hate that name and she knows it. I think something happened. Tom's recruiting hard now that he's got our provisions. I'm going to send one of our boys to sign up, see if he can't figure out what's going on. Fuck. The man I sent to Beantown Brewery says there's no sign of Lil anywhere in the place. Tom must have moved her somewhere. I've sent out a crew to start looking for her. Hang in there, Lil. We're coming. I'm sorry to say, but chances are she's probably dead. Okay, so what we can also do is deactivate the turret control, or we can perhaps... Actually, all we can do is deactivate them. I thought we might be able to take control of them, but that's fine. And we can get out of here. After stealing a Nuka-Cola Quantum, of course. That's enhanced shadowed leather right arm. 10% reduction in action points, costs in VATs. Not bad. We might put that to use if it can be made a little bit better. Maybe when we get armor 1, we might use this, but for now we'll leave it alone. Cavalier's Raider's chest piece reduces damage while blocking or sprinting by 15%. Absolutely useless. We're not using that. Well, now that we have finished, that was a little bit hairy, especially when the power armored guy came through the door with an attack dog. Well, safe to say I pooed a little. But, yeah, we managed to clear out everything that I wanted to today, which is perfect. Managed to grab the magazine, as well as a few other decent weapons and bits and pieces of armor that I wanted. Most notable of those is a short combat rifle, which we might use, depending on how a gun nut new perk treats us. If we can get it to a high enough damage output and with a suppressor, we'll probably end up using one. But other than that, that's all we're going to do for this episode, and if you've enjoyed it, throw it a like. I would always be grateful, and if you've enjoyed it more than that and would like to see more, subscribe, and that would make me very happy indeed. And as always, until next time, have a good one.